So looking at the question with CPR, necessary or sufficient for being a paramedic, the trick here is to convert these to symbolic form properly, and then once you have it in symbolic form, you can look at equivalent statements. So one thing I want to kind of highlight here is necessary. Necessary, you're going to switch the order in symbolic form, right? So kind of what you did here, let's say P is knowing CPR, and let's be Q being a paramedic. Right? Knowing CPR is necessary for being a paramedic. The symbolic form in necessary, you're going to switch the order when you write the representation. So being a paramedic, Q implies P. Sufficient, the order stays the same. So here we have sufficient, the order stays the same. So knowing CPR, so that's P, is sufficient for being a paramedic. So P implies Q. Not knowing CPR is necessary for being a paramedic, is not necessary for being a paramedic. Necessary, the order switches, so not being a paramedic would be not Q, implies not P. And then sufficient, not knowing CPR, so this would be not P, implies not being a paramedic, not Q. So looking at equivalencies, P implies Q, not Q implies not P. So, oops, P implies Q, not Q implies not, or sorry, not Q implies not P. So actually 1 and 2 are equivalent because they are the conditional and the counterpositive, and they are equivalent statements from this table, figure 1.85, and this is from page 45 in your book. So you don't have to use the truth table because this nice little table shows you equivalencies for the 4 different statements: the conditional, the counterpositive, the inverse, and the converse being equivalent. So you can see Q implies P would be equivalent to not P implying not Q. So 1 and 4 are equivalent. So if you have any other questions, please let me know.